Well, hello everybody. At this point in time, you should have watched my other video or watched me during class on how to log into VMware. And you should also have seen in that video how to log into VMware, how to get into Sketchup and choose a template and drop in the license agreement, and we should be ready to go. If you're to this point, you probably have a lady in overalls with a toolbox. I have Alvarez. So we are going to go ahead and draw a house in this program. I'm going to walk you through all the different steps. I recommend that when you're watching this video, you watch a step and try it, pause and try it out. Don't watch the whole thing and then try them all at once. You will forget steps. I know I would. So to draw a house, I'm going to draw a house that will fit Alvarez, so don't get too crazy with it. I'm also going to change my view. My view is different than yours naturally will be. I'm going to change my view under View Toolbars. That's a large tool set that I have. You have what's called the Getting Started tool set. And close. You can go and choose more tools in the future if you'd like to have more capability, but this is a good place to start. If you look at the top of the screen, you will see that there are different tools across the top. And if I hover over top of each tool, I'll be able to see what they are because it says what they are. So right here, of course, is an eraser, lines, shapes, push-pull, and the navigation over here. I'll get to that in a moment. First, I'm going to grab a shape. I could choose any of these, but I'm going to choose the rectangle. And I'm going to draw a rectangle that's about the size of the bottom of a small cabin for Alvarez. I'm going to draw by clicking once, moving my mouse, and then clicking again. I'm not going to click and drag across. That's a great way to crash the system. Because remember, you're not using your Chromebook, you're using a computer that's in the high school. So we are going to take that rectangle that is now drawn and make that into a box. The box I'm going to use is going to be made three-dimensional by a push-pull tool, which is right here. I'm going to click once and click again, and I now have a three-dimensional box. It's kind of cool. I am now going to be able to maneuver around this, fly around this, and I'm going to do so with my commands. One is the orbit tool. I can click and orbit around. One's the pan, sliding by it back and forth. Zoom, click and drag. And if I ever get to the point where I click and drag too much or move off to the side or even into a wall, I have the Save Me button. The Save Me button is this right here, Zoom Extends. Hello. Now, at this point, I can zoom out a little bit. Also, the way I can use these different view functions more quickly is that I can simply use my mouse. I highly recommend using a mouse. I cannot use SketchUp without a mouse. It drives me crazy without a mouse. And as you know, it's not that far of a drop to go crazy anyway for me. So, if you use a mouse, you can use the scroll wheel and scroll out, scroll in, or press down the scroll wheel and move over and orbit. It's great. So I'd like you to, and by whatever means you wish, look at the top of your box. I'm going to make this box have a roof. It's going to be a house, right, for Alvarez. I'm going to draw a line down the center, hovering over where I want to start. And SketchUp is going to say, do you want to start at the midpoint? I'll be like, yeah, sure, why not? I click once, I pull it back. Notice that my line is green. That means that I am running parallel to the green axis, or blue axis, or red axis, depending on where I put my cursor. I'm going to also go straight back to the back line and click once again and have my line terminate at the back line at the midpoint. If you accidentally do not get all the way back to the line, don't attempt to grab the end of the line and draw a little piece in right here. Just undo it and try again. How you undo it is Control Z. Control Z is the Save Me button as well, to undo the last thing you did. Now, to make this into a house, right now it's just a box with a line on it. It's a cardboard box. I have to move things around. And to do that, I will use you guessed it, the Move tool. I click once, and I can use the Move tool to grab a face. Hello, Alvarez. Control Z. A panel. That's not what I want. Or a line. Grab it from somewhere on the line. And if you grab it in the right spot, it'll go upwards. Now I can put it high, low. Just pick something that looks good for you. There we go. Basic house with a roof. But let's make it also have overhangs, because a real roof has an overhang. I'm going to push the sides in. That's too much. In fact, you can barely see it in this video, but it's 5 feet 7 inches is how far I pushed that in there. So 5 feet 7 inches, I don't want that. I want it to be 12 inches. So all I'm going to do is I'm not going to click down here. Notice I'm not clicking there. If it tells me how far I moved something, I can simply type in a new number. In this case, I'm going to type in 1, 2, 12, which converts itself to 12 inches. Both sides. Oops, too far. 1, 2, enter, and we're good to go. Now, it looks like a house. Let's make it better. I'm going to use an arc tool from here to here. So I think it's pretty. I'm going to push it in. Alvarez now has a porch. Or I can go to the back. I can draw a line across here or along the eaves and simply push in a little bit, and it looks okay too. So I also need a way for Alvarez to get in. I'm going to draw a rectangle. It's about the size of my little guy there. If I take that rectangle and I push it in a little bit, I can then right-hand click with my mouse, or if you're not using a mouse, you can use 2 fingers to tap it to pull up a menu, erase it. Hey, look, there's a hole in the house. I can even take Alvarez with the Move tool, grab him by his toe. Alvarez has a house. Goodbye. Now, a couple more things. I'm going to put a rectangle on the side, and I want to see Alvarez. It's a very off-center window. Control Z. Why not? That works for me. That also works for me. They're okay. They're not great. And I'm going to change them. I can change them by dropping in color the paint bucket. Translucent colors, very nice. Oh, look, there's Alvarez. I have other options here as well. I'm going to put on roofing. I'm going to grab some stone. And voila, we have a house. The only thing you're missing for a full grade in my class is you have to draw a landscape around it and you have to use the 3D warehouse for something of your choice. But that's all I'm going to show you for now. Good luck and have fun. And now I'm having difficulty stopping my video. Goodbye.